guys, it's Bryony here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different to the videos I usually do because it's going to be over a couple of days, but it's going to be me and Izzy trying to recreate the 60s musical denim jackets. So stay tuned to see how they end up looking. Something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I dragged my friend Izzy into doing it because I was like, I'm not going to be suffering alone sticking on gems by myself. So I got her involved. So the first thing we did was scroll through Instagram to try and see any photos or pictures of the denim jackets. So the first time was quite unsuccessful. Literally I just kept scrolling through. I got some screenshots for some of the Insta stories with like people like Lexi wearing it, just kind of to have an idea how it looks. So we actually hit the jackpot because what ended up happening is that 60s Musical posted a video on when Vicky and Courtney started of their jackets. I think it was something like that, and tagged was actually the woman who created them. So I went onto her Instagram and I scrolled down and I actually found a kind of like a really good clear photo of the jackets, and on it you can actually see some of the gems and how she used it. So I was like, brilliant, that's the first step, because I kind of thought like it's going to be really hard to do it from scratch. It'll be good to have a good template, and that's basically what we did. And Izzy really kindly printed it off, so we had a guideline, which was really handy. So the second thing we did was actually go and buy the denim jackets. So kind of based on how we saw them, it was pretty much just like a plain black denim jacket. It wasn't anything fancy, and we didn't want to spend too much money because we didn't know how they were going to turn out. And if they looked crap, it kind of would have been like, why would we waste like £14? So we took a trip up to Oxford Street, which was actually, we did it while doing another trip to Matilda, and first of all we actually looked at quite a few shops, we couldn't find any, but then we went to Primark, and obviously, you know, if you don't know what Primark is, if you're from the USA, Primark is a really cheap clothes shop, like it's really cheap. So we actually found black jackets, and I'll let the video tell itself. So we've gone to Primark. Let's show off your one, and this is your 6 denim jacket. Oh yeah, and the back, yeah. So our plan is that we're gonna put the 6 logo like they have at 6, and hopefully, so yeah, so we got, do you think it's like 13 quid? They're really cheap. Nice. And yeah, this is our little jackets, and we're planning, because we're going to the show, we're going to the 6th fan party, and we're also going to 2 6 shows together, so we're gonna wear these. And yeah, so this is step number 1, we're going to buy jackets. Ta-da! Right. We got black jackets, they were literally £13, they were such a bargain. That was kind of the step 1, was actually just getting the jackets. The second thing we did was then we went onto Amazon and we bought the gems. This was actually probably one of the hardest things, like you wouldn't think it, but there's so many different size gems, which confused me so much because I'm not an arts and crafts person. And when I think there was like 6 sizes. So I was like ringing Izzy, I was like, right, what size do we need? And we had to try and work out based on a picture how big the gems were. So originally we actually oversized, like when we were thinking about it, we were looking at more like 5 or 6 millimeters. But for some reason they actually didn't have that in stock. So we went down a size and it ended up being literally the perfect size, which is just fate, I guess. So that took quite a long time. We had to decide what colours to get. So we went with silver for the main design, and we got 3 packets of them. We went for gold for the crown, and then we went for a smaller silver for like the little kind of outlines for the names and stuff which go on the arm. So that was actually quite successful once we found the right one. It was just probably the longest task because obviously not only did we have to buy them, we had to wait for them to be delivered, and we actually had an issue because we thought it would be prime delivery because, you know, we live in a world everything's instant, and it wasn't instant. We had to wait like 3 days. So the day we were gonna meet, we actually didn't have the gems in time, so that was a little bit of a delay. We bought the gems, and we also ended up buying glue which was specially made for sticking on things like gems, so that was really handy. We had really good quality glue, and we also bought some felt as well that day to kind of help with the like stuff for the arms, and also little things we bought were like things like tweezers and rulers and stuff along with us to make it a bit easier. Right, the third thing we did was actually Izzy came to my house, so we thought it'd be really fun to just do it together. So we went out in my garden and we basically spent 2 whole days making it, really. We didn't think it was going to be 2 days. I kind of let the videos tell you a bit more about it because I did a mixture of vlogging and GoPro for actual time of making it, but I just thought I'd give you a little time summary because I feel like on the videos it doesn't give the time justice. The first day took us about 7 hours, the second day took us 6 hours, and then there's a time I think it took me a bit further, about an hour and a half to finish it on my own, and then I'm not actually sure how long it took Izzy to finish, but kind of on estimate. So I feel like the like videos make it look like it was really quick. It really wasn't. And actually it's funny because you wouldn't think putting on gems is so hard, but it's like the process of like having to pick them up, which are tiny, glue them, putting them in the right place and working out the measurements, because although we had guidelines, the sizing wasn't exact, so it's really hard to kind of try and work out what sizing to use. And yeah, so I'll let the videos tell you a little bit more about what we did. So in this part of this video you can see us getting the printed design that says the 6 logo and putting it onto the jacket, so we had a rough idea of what the size should be and the way it looked. And then we just started on the eye because we thought it'd be best to make it symmetrical, and the eye would be, we know exactly where to start and then we can work our way outwards as we went on. Right, so we've currently been going for about 45 minutes and this is the progress I'm making. We're currently doing the eye and there's Izzy. So basically on the same thing really, aren't we? Yeah. But yeah, so we have these little gems here. I've just got a few out. I've got trusty little tweezers and these are going to be the gold ones which we're going to use for the crown, but we're doing that last because at the moment we're basically trying to do the minimum like size, so then we can add them on so we can make it longer if we think it looks like impractical, like it doesn't look right. But then we have this little design here which we're also going to be looking at to kind of make sure it's the right ratio. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We've got this camera here, whoop, and then this GoPro. Oh my god, I feel like such a vlogger. Update on how we are doing. So we finished the eye. Technically these will be the bottom, we just in case like size wise it's going to look weird, we've just left it for now. Then we have these really cool gold gems which we're going to use for the crown, which is this one here. So yeah, it's all looking very exciting. 2 o'clock and we have completely finished the eye, so basically a third of our way now. I mean technically time wise we're not, because we think the S, well we know the S and the X are going to take longer, but we've done one and it's great. It looks really good. It was a little bit hard, so basically although we're following this because we're making it slightly bigger, stuff like the crown was really hard because it's basically symmetrical. But I think we've done quite well with what we've got. And yeah, we've got a lot of these left, so hopefully we don't run out. And yeah, we're snacking. Got good old classic Monster mango. Chocolate cookies, because you know they're amazing. Pom Bears, because they're £1. We've got a good old speaker, listen to a bit of Come From Away. Although I'm not playing it right now because it won't be copyrighted. And yeah, it's going well. How do you think it's going?
I'm loving it. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, we've been doing this for about 4 hours now. It doesn't feel like it, does it?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been 4 hours. Like, I'm actually quite surprised. I'm enjoying it. It's quite therapeutic. Yeah. But it is also quite long. And I don't know if we're going to finish today. So hopefully, fingers crossed, but who knows. So at this point, we were just finishing off the crown. It was actually a little bit harder than we first anticipated because it wasn't straight line, so we had to use a bit of our own creativity to work out which shape it should be in. And then we started on the X, which was pretty simple. Hey guys, so we had a bit of a break because we were basically really tired and we just wanted to have some lunch, but we are back. We're back outside because the weather is a little bit chilly, but like it's not too bad. I'm optimistic. We're hoping to finish the X today. And then possibly one of the side bits for the arm, and then come back to the S, because the S seems like the hardest bit to do. So, yeah. So you can actually see in this time lapse that we were watching our video that had just gone live while we were making this jacket, which was actually really funny to do. But as you can see, it was actually quite hard. It looks like it was quite simple, but it was quite just tedious having to keep putting as many gems on as possible. A little update, it's 5 o'clock. We've now both finished the half of the X and the eye, so we're doing well. I would say it's definitely taking us longer than we anticipated, but we are still making progress and I do think it's going faster. We have some issues here with the crease, so as you can see there's like a kind of seam that runs along our jacket, which actually the queens have as well, but here it was quite hard to like get them without like them falling off, so I think we both managed it okay.
Yeah,
I mean, let's have a look at Izzy's. She's done it very well. Yours is a lot better than mine. And we also just tried to match up here. So now we're going to be doing the other side of the X, which will go across here. And then we'll probably get started on the arm. We're going to leave the S till tomorrow because we think that will be the hardest to do. But it's going quite well. Like, I'm enjoying it. So that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Are you
really
enjoying it?
It's really good.
It's all good then. And yeah, we've just been writing some like notes down here to try and make sure we measure it out right. But I feel like we're making good progress. So during this point, we were just doing the last part of the X. It was actually quite fun and relaxing because it simply was just putting gems on and then putting them slightly off a line so they didn't make a long diagonal line, and it was just quite fun. I enjoyed it. Look, we've been making some progress! Right, so that's Izzy's. This is mine currently. So we finished the X off, took bloody forever, and it was really hard. And we've done the eye. Woohoo! We've got about this many left to go, and then we have another whole packet. But we're making progress, yes. So I think we've got a little bit of time, so we may start on just a part of the arm stuff, because obviously that's a little bit smaller, and then we'll leave the S, because that's going to be a bit more complicated. But I'm so happy with how it looks. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's so freaking shiny. It looks great.
I dropped all my gems. The wind blew, and this blew up.
It was really sad. We were literally the same. We're like, oh, we're gonna start like doing the 6 on the arm, and then we were like, oh, let's just get out the rest of our gems, see how many there are. Giant whiff of wind, and then it just disappeared, and it blew straight into my decking. And my decking is like basically got these like giant lines, so we think some of them have gone down there. But to be fair, we're quite fortunate. A lot of them are just on my decking, so that was great. I knew something wrong was going to happen, but to be fair, this was like the least of our worries. We probably wouldn't bother picking them up. It's only because we do think we don't have enough. So I think every little one will help, and there's a good like 50 on the floor, so that's probably going to come in handy. So we've decided to finish for the day. So it's actually going to be a 2-day, because we did think we could do it in 1 day. Then we started and realised it's actually a little bit more tedious and a bit longer than we anticipated. But it's all good because both of us are free tomorrow, so it actually works out quite well. It's a Saturday today, so we'll just basically spend the weekend doing it. But we are basically done. We only have the S and then pretty much most of the arm to do. Obviously we had that mishap where they all fell on the floor, so we spent some time doing that. But it's been really fun, and I'll show you currently what it looks like. As kind of like, we started at 11, it's now, is it 7-ish? So it's taken us about 8 hours, and we've got that done so far, which I'm actually really happy with. I feel like we've made a lot of progress, and it's been fun. So bring on day 2 tomorrow. Hey guys, we're here for day 2 of our denim jacket project. So today it's basically just about finishing off the jacket. We've had some sleep, we have more snacks. Yeah, we have some more determination, and I'm ready. I think I'm ready to get cracking. How are you feeling? You feel optimistic about today?
Yeah, I'm really excited about today.
Yeah.
I think the S is going to go really well.
Same. I think the only issue I have is I'm scared we're going to run out.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
problem.
But I'm optimistic, so
yeah,
we'll take you back along the adventure. So as you can see from this footage, we started on the design which will go on the arm, and we actually did use a yellow sheet just because it had rained the night before and we wanted to make sure that none of the things we made got wet. We were also really fortunate to have a picture which was very clear, which showed the design that goes on the arm, so we simply just followed this. Although it was quite small, so we couldn't work out how many gems we needed, it gave us a rough idea on the angle and kind of how it should look, which was really helpful for us. So it's currently, what time is it?
12.
Currently 12, and I've officially finished the V for the 6, which is going to go on the arm, and then this is kind of like the original one, and I'm just going to go around with the little ones. These are actually so tiny. I don't think I can actually comprehend to you how tiny they are, but they are ridiculously tiny. So it's very like precision wise, and Izzy's getting on. She's doing a slightly different technique to me. So she's doing each one individually, which I salute you for.
But it's good. I like
it. Yours is very good. And then me, on the other hand,
yours is good as well. I'm not saying it's bad.
I've kind of like just like glued like strips and then kind of stuck them on. So here's what I've got. So this is literally, I think this felt is like £1 for this whole sheet, and Izzy's got the other half. It was actually a perfect size. And I've done the 6, which is going to go on the arm, and I've also done my name. I was debating on how to abbreviate it. Me and my friend Barbara, we always like call me Brys with a Z, but I thought just for the purpose of this, and also I feel that's a little bit like gangstery, I'll do Brys with an S. I was going to do my whole name, but when we looked at kind of the pictures here, most of them only have 4 or 5 initials. So my whole name's 6, so I thought it'd just be easier to just do 4. So yeah, that's currently how it's looking. It's going well.
Hey guys, it's me. I just wanted to show you my progress because we've seen a lot of Bryony's progress. So here's mine. As you can see, we're just starting the S. There's the line. Here's Bryony.
Hello.
She's struggling to get her glue out at the moment. It's broken. Basically, I think I may have given her mine.
What I think I did was we went to eat and we had lunch, and I think I left it in there. Now it's dried. So that's why I can't squeeze it out, because I've let it dry inside the tube. It's all good.
It's fine. I think she's fixed it.
This was probably the hardest thing we've ever done. It definitely was a lot harder than I anticipated. And if you can see in the time lapse, I did a lot of taking off gems, and it was just a very, very slow process. It was one of those ones where it really was just like slow, and we just had to be very exact with what we did because we were just kind of fiddling around. And one thing we found helped was actually getting a white pencil and drawing a rough curve outline and following that, and I think that was probably the best thing we did. So I'll show you how it's looking. So that's kind of how it is at the moment. As you can see, I've done all of this part, and it's just kind of doing this little bit here. So it's going well. So this was the final push for me. I was all on my own because Izzy had gone home, and I just put some YouTube on to try and distract myself from the fact I was so sick of sticking on gems. But I did manage it, and although it took me forever, it was a really long day on Sunday, I did manage to finish it. Go like that. Push it in. So it's my portable charger wire. Oh my god, right now I just need to sort stuff out, but I'm basically done. So, little update for you. I'm done. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on my mother because I've got her to work for now. So, that's currently how it looks. I think it looks really good. So now I've got these little things here which just says my name on it, and this I've cut it out, and I'm basically just going to put it on the arm. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So now I've made them, I'm going to give you a little show of the finished product. So well, that's the front. So let me give you a little thing. So this is the front of it. As you can see, it's literally just a plain black denim jacket. I'm debating on not. I think I'm going to cut the bottoms here. Oh, make sure it's in focus, because as you know, it's like cropped, but I just haven't cut it yet because I just I want to make sure I want to cut it before I cut it, if that makes sense. Because I'm not, I know it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm not sure. So now I'm going to show you the sides. So here is the side of it. So as you see, it's Brys, which is basically my name shortened down because I kind of realised it's not going to be impractical putting like 6. And obviously it's got the big embellished 6 here, which I will zoom in and show you. And this is done on a felt back, which is very similar. I'm pretty sure they use felt. It was one of those things we weren't 100% sure, but it looked like there was a material and we realised felt would be easier. Right, are you ready for the back? Also, I thought I'd let you know there's a little bit of like pencil which I haven't rubbed off yet because I haven't bothered, but if that cat's up on camera, don't worry, that's not actually in the finish. But here's the back of it. Woohoo! I'm actually so excited about it. If you can tell already, I'm very excited. So this is the back. I'm debating on that. I may redo some of this. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I do that thing where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure it's 100%. But this is pretty much how it looks. So obviously we've got the S, the I, the X from 6. I'll do some little close-ups for you. Like that. And it actually does shine. I don't know if you can see it here. If I got like a flashlight, I don't have my phone on me, otherwise I would show you. It does glimmer very nicely. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing for you. So I thought I'd give you a little catwalk, although I'm not really modern, you know that, of how my jacket looks. So this is it. I'm gonna show you what it is. I'm actually wearing it with a jumper, so it'll probably look a little bit different. It's a bit cold outside. You know, gonna rep the 6. I'm actually thinking of getting the 6 t-shirt. So if you have any recommendations of what 6 t-shirt I have, let me know. Because I do want to get a t-shirt because it's getting a bit hot now, you know. Can't be rocking the jumper anymore in this summery weather. So, right. So this is the front. And then let me show you the arm. Ooh. Like that. And then let me show you the back. Like that. Where's it? Was that good? It was, I think in total, how much did it cost? So the jacket was £13. The gems, the and stuff for one person was about I think it's about £10. So it cost, the whole thing probably cost about £23 to make, but time-wise, it took forever. So it's one of those things, I think it was a really fun project. It took a lot longer than I anticipated. And although like I don't mind it took forever because obviously I have an amazing jacket at the end of it, but obviously going in I didn't think it was going to take as long. But it was such a fun thing to do. I absolutely enjoyed it so much. And I feel like it's made me kind of want to do it again because I'm not really someone to cosplay. Like I know a lot of people, probably some of you watching it will like recreate a design from like Anne Boleyn's costume, etc. That's not really particularly for me. I don't know, it's just like a preference. I don't really like cosplaying, but I think something like this has been a project that I could take on, and it's something I could wear. Obviously I wouldn't wear it like an everyday, but I feel like I could wear it without feeling like, oh, feeling like everyone's looking at me, because it is quite a nice like little touch. Like people would understand it from 6, but it's, at the end of the day it's also like just a normal jacket. So yes, I've made that, and I actually have some really exciting times to wear it. I'm going to the next 6 sing along, so you'll catch me there wearing it. I'm going to the 6 fan party, so you'll catch me wearing it again there. And I'm also going to, that's an imaginary drum roll, the last show of Millie and Mayers and the first show of the new Queens. I think I probably mentioned that in a video clip earlier, but I'm so freaking excited. And yeah, so I have so many opportunities to wear it. I'm definitely going to get my time's worth out of it. And this has been a fun project. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did like this video, and you like, if you like the jacket, like this video, and maybe just, I don't know, leave a nice comment. It made me feel better, because I feel like I'm a little bit like, oh, is it that good? So let me know if you think it looks nice. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the subscribers. I actually appreciate it so much. I will start be doing some less 6 content. At the moment, obviously, literally every one of my videos is 6, and I think it's because I have so many ideas and I just want to keep doing them that I'm not really doing any other videos. But do suggest any personal videos you want to see. I think I may do a little bit like questions about me type things. I think it would be nice for you to get to know me a little bit better. And I do have other like passions and hobbies other than 6, although 6 literally takes on 90% of my life. But yeah, so I really hope you did enjoy this video. And also, make sure you follow Izzy on Instagram as well. Follow me. I'm going to be posting some pictures in my jacket, which should be up by the time you watch this video. So make sure you follow me on Instagram here. And Izzy's Instagram I'll also put here, because she will be in most of the video. Although she's not in this part because she went home and hasn't finished her jacket off yet. So yeah, and I'll catch you. I post on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 4 PM. So I'll see you soon for another fun video. Bye! Have a great week.